Hello, today I'm going to talk about the GTA 5 manual and how it's arguably the most plain and least full of content compared to GTA 4 and GTA San Andreas. We'll start with GTA San Andreas. This manual is from the original Xbox copy, as you can see, and right away you can see that it's quite full. You see at the back we got some advertisements for things that appear in the game, such as the car dealerships, Burger Shot. I'm not sure about erotic. I'll have to play the game more to find out about it. The Packers, some sweet thing it looks like. It looks like something in the game. And some other advertisements. We have safety information and, information about do not use with certain televisions, can be damaged if any video games, including Xbox games, are played on them. Static images presented during the normal course of gameplay, blah, 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 blah. And warning about photosensitivity and how that can trigger seizures. Here we have an entire page dedicated, like the index, if you will. I think it's called index anyway, about different chapters of the manual, indicating that the manual was so big that they needed a index to point people where they would like to go. And right away we can notice that this manual actually relates with the game, because look, 4 of the most major characters in the game appear here. Obviously here is the Xbox control configuration and how to because this is like the original Xbox controller, and here it's educating the player what is needed, like which controls and what mechanics that they operate when they're used in the game. And right away after the controls we start to see advertisements, different locations. We even have an advertisement for an airline and a drive-through, like some Christian thing. San Andreas, it gives us a bit of information about the state of San Andreas. The 3 cities, Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas. Los Santos being a parody of Los Angeles, San Fierro being a parody of San Francisco, and Las Venturas being a parody of Las Vegas. Here we are introduced to the playback radio station, which is a classic hip-hop station, as you can see, with like late 80s tracks from the East Coast. Then, of course, we have like an advertisement for the most popular albums in Los Santos, it seems. Tupacalypse, Guns N' Roses, their Appetite for Destruction album, and these are the 2 albums. Here we have my favorite radio station, Radio Los Santos, playing at the time modern hip-hop, because back GTA San Andreas, it takes place in 1992, so all of these tracks that we would now consider to be classics, they would be on West Coast classics if they were featured in GTA 5. They were at the time on Radio Los Santos, because at the time they were the new stuff. Well, even though some of them were released a couple of years early, before 1992, like for example, Express Yourself by NWA, that was released in 1988, because that was when the Straight Outta Compton album was released. Here we have some more advertisements. We have the advertisement for the train services and the travel tips and, what controls to use. Accommodation, like where you can live. That kind of thing, along with another advertisement, a rock hotel, the pig pen, a strip club it looks like, the nightlife, it's like a bar, it looks like. We have a advertisement for a jewel store and where it's located. We have Bounce FM, the radio station that plays the funk music. We have advertisements for Hannibal Liquor, which is, alcohol. Pay and Spray, which is, which is quite useful in the game, especially if you need to run from the cops. You have like a truck advertisement for a truck business. You have an advertisement for a donut business. They even are like offering a deal here, buy two get one free. K Rose, not really into the rock radio stations here in GTA San Andreas. I'm only into Radio Los Santos. We have KDST, or I think it was Dusk. I'm not sure. Classic rock. We have an advertisement for the hospitals. Ammunition. An actual no, this is just like information for ammunition. This was like information for a hospital. Here is an actual ammunition advert. Advertisements for a cereal brand, it looks like. An advertisement for a t-shirt that can be worn, the Base 5 t-shirt. Here we have a steakhouse advertisement. Don't know what exactly does that link. This is for the martial arts club that you can actually go to in San Fierro in Chinatown. SFUR, another radio station that is found in San Andreas. KJAR West Radio, a reggae radio, talking about shopping. Here it talks about the popular albums in San Fierro, like Public Enemy's It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. It talks about money and even talks about credit cards, which is, they didn't even mention credit cards in the actual game, but the fact that, they want to bring it to life so much that, because, credit cards at the time were starting to become somewhat popular, so it really is, well, not popular, but just, it started to exist, the credit cards in 1992. Binko, which is where you can get clothes, like I've gotten clothes from there in the game. The Talk Radio, CSR, the Four Dragons Casino, an advert here, the Camel's Toe, the casino and the photo development. And if you turn, and then here, Radio X, the alternative, this hairstyle, hairdressers, it looks like, and it talks about personal grooming. Above the advert, see map for details. Prolapse, which is, a type of sports clothing brand that you can buy from. Well, the clothes are made by them. You can buy them in like Binkos, as far as I recall. You have Eating Out, you have a Clucking Bell advert, you have a Didder Shucks advert, because this is where you can find all the fancy clothes. I've gotten some from there as well. Some of the albums that would have been popular in the early 90s, like Ice Cube's Death Certificate, because when he left NWA and they made that diss track against him, so this album was where he featured No Vaseline on. Easy Does It, when Easy was trying to make a name for himself. NWA, when they came out, and how, the Straight Compton album, this was what really started the whole West Coast gangster rap genre. And here we have like the Master Sounds radio, just checking if I missed out a radio station. The Master Sounds radio station, which is a Rare Grooves type of thing. Wait, did I miss any radio station? No, we have Rockstar North, we have Rockstar New York, we have the cast who played the characters, gangster voices, pedestrian voices, continued radio station callers, motion capture, models, New York publishing team, European publishing team, thanks to, which is like the record labels and the publishers for their support. They better have Dr. Dre on it. I have Dr. Dre on my days. At least I didn't see, maybe they did. No, they appear to have not had any West Coast rapper thanked. I am fuming now. Or maybe these were the owners of like Ruthless Records or Death Row, that kind of thing. So maybe actually forget my previous statement. Midnight Club, that was another big Rockstar game, kind of like the Rockstar version of Need for Speed, at least from what I can understand. And yeah, now let's move on to GTA 4's manual. Similar story, you have an index here because of the large amount of content that there is there. Game controls, on-foot controls. It talks about Liberty City. It's more detailed compared to the San Andreas description, like it's longer. You have an advertisement for the phone that you can use in the game. You have, survival information, locals, blah, blah, blah. Here is some of the iconic locations of Liberty City: the Statue of Happiness, Star Junction, Alderney State Correctional Facility, the National Union of Contemporary Arts. This one I haven't really seen in the game. I have seen this, and I have seen this, along with the Screamer from Hove Beach. Well, not as much this. I mostly seen it in the Ballad of Gay Tony, which is another Rockstar game I have whenever I would do drug war missions and they would have like the drugs stored there. The strip clubs, I don't go to them, but useful to those who would like to go to the strip clubs. You have the Russian strip club, this one is where you actually killed Mikhail Faustin in. Honkers, split sides, memory lanes. Oh, that's the bowling alley, Hey, Nico, let's go bowling. This is a burger shot advertisement. Shame this wasn't in the game, but it's really cool that Rockstar added that, suggesting that if the GTA 4 Liberty City was real, this would be in. Just sadly, we can't order it. This is for some of the restaurants that appear in the game, or really all the non-fast food outlets, these restaurants. Although the only time I've eaten from them is this one on the 69th Street Diner. The other three I haven't really eaten at them. I haven't eaten at them at all, actually. Here is like some of the bars you can find, when you hang out with a friend to get drunk in order to play pool. A Pisswasser advertisement and some other alcoholic beverages that are featured in the game. Credits. And then we have the radio station, Liberty City Media. You have Electroshock, Fusion FM, International Funk, it looks like. No, it's F99. IF99, sorry. We have the JNR Jazz National Radio. We have the K109 the studio radio station. This one is my favorite in the Ballad of Gay Tony, but in the normal GTA 4, this is not my favorite radio station. LCHC, that's another radio station, hardcore rock. Yes, I've listened to that a couple of times in GTA 4, and it's quite intense rock. Liberty Rock Radio, looks like one of those. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, we got Massive B, we got Radio Broker. We got San Juan Sounds, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Beats, which is a hip-hop radio station for contemporary hip-hop. The Classics, kind of like the Liberty City version of West Coast Classics, but at least in my opinion, less appealing. The Journey, which plays instrumental music, like the sort of, I don't know how to describe it, the Journey's radio tracks, just the vibe. And let's see, we then have, the television shows, and here on the radio we have the Tough Gong, the WKTT radio, and my favorite radio station in GTA 4, the bass game Vladivostok FM. And here's my favorite song, Shine by Glokosa, and I think that's how you pronounce it. PLR, Public Liberty Radio. And we got Integrity 2.0. I have listened to this a couple times. We got the score, the theme song of GTA 4, Soviet Connection. And the television shows that you can find in the game. 3D scanning. Warranty and customer support. It talks about, information collection and usage. Technical support and warranty and technical support here, and still warranty and customer support here. And here's some notes actually that you can make, and like in case if you want to write down some cheat codes, because GTA 4 has cheats. In case you want to write them down, you have a piece of paper here, or actually 2 pieces of paper, which is really convenient. Now, it took me nearly 16 minutes to get through both of these. Let's go through GTA 5. Just about, photosensitivity seizures, which I guess is legally mandated to talk about. Technical support. Go visit the Rockstar website. The controls and the digital manual. Visit Rockstar, www.rockstargames.com/5/manual. And these are like the foot controls. You have the warranty, US government restricted rights, and that's it. Social Club, which was something that was introduced alongside GTA 5, but look, tag your favorite songs from the in-game radio. Yeah, it's just, GTA 5, it's so stale, because there are things to talk about. He's got like the food stores in GTA 5. I mean, not food stores, like you got the fast food chains, Burger Shot and Clucking Bell. You can't eat at them, whilst you could in these 2 games, but would have been nice to talk about. They could have talked about the radio stations, because in my opinion, GTA 5 does have probably the best selection of radio music in the entire franchise, so it's a bit of a disappointment that they wouldn't talk about the radio stations in their manual, and probably about cars, or about maybe not like GTA 4, because GTA 4 doesn't talk about the main characters like Nico, because he's not really popular, so understandable, but they could have at least expanded the manual. But I guess this is a trend amongst most modern day gaming companies. Like, they create manuals which are this thin, which I guess is to save paper, but bit of a shame, because you have all these thick manuals that give so much content and it's so fun to read through, and then you have this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the Blue Xbox Gamer signing out.